A lot of conventional vegetable gardens are pretty two-dimensional affairs. We always try to grow our vegetable gardens in 3 dimensions. Growing taller plants, such as this moringa, this ibeca and jute, and this chaya, lets us increase the yield of food from the same area by taking better advantage of vertical space. In addition, leaves that are harvested from taller plants are much less likely to be contaminated by soil pathogens splashed onto them by rain. Even without growing such tall plants, you can make your vegetable garden more productive and more ecologically dynamic by using trellises to access that vertical space. Trellises are frames of any kind that provide support for a climbing or vining plant. From the point of view of the plant, a trellis offers the opportunity to harvest sunlight above the crowd without the metabolic expense of building a stout trunk. Instead of diverting resources to building its own physical support, the climbing plant can simply attach itself to a trellis and invest more heavily in foliage, roots, and reproduction. From the gardener's perspective, using trellises in climbing plants can produce up to 3 times greater yield from the same area of garden. This allows the gardener to focus her labor or other resources, such as compost or water, on a smaller area, while at the same time harvesting sunshine over a greater area. And when you get down to it, vegetable gardening is basically just collecting solar energy and converting it into foods that we like to eat. Most of the edible leaf vegetables that thrive on trellises are members of the legume or bean family, or of the pumpkin family. Most of them are multi-use plants with edible fruits and seeds as well as leaves. Some of our favorite climbing legumes are butterfly peas, rice beans, winged beans, scarlet runner beans, and yard-long beans. They're all great climbers and beautiful plants that have nutritious leaves and seeds. As a bonus, they also can all convert or fix atmospheric nitrogen into a form that plants can use. Among the pumpkin family climbers, we like Seminole pumpkins, chayote, bitter gourd, loofah, and tromboncino. All of these have edible leaves and immature fruit that can be eaten like zucchini. Outside of the bean and pumpkin family, 2 climbing plants that stand out for their high nutrition leaves are Malabar spinach and grapes. Growing grapes for fresh fruit, raisins, or wine involves pruning off a lot of leaves that are usually discarded, and they are one of our very richest sources of vitamin A. As with tall plants, leaves harvested from trellises are much less likely to be contaminated by soil pathogens splashed onto them by rain. Trellises also offer convenient perches, which attract songbirds to serenade the garden and to help control insect pests. Trellises can also provide partial shade, extending the season for lower growing cool weather plants like lettuce or spinach. Larger trellises can create shady spots in your garden to relax, or maybe even to take a nap in a hammock. There are hundreds of variations on garden trellises. One of the simplest, cheapest, and most functional is this bamboo teepee model. To begin, lay out 7 bamboo poles with their bases even, cut them off at 9 or 10 feet, then tie them together 7 or 8 feet from their base with nylon twine. Make a round bed, roughly 5 feet in diameter. We've used a leaking kiddie pool here as a container in order to reduce nematode problems. A donut-shaped bed works well directly on the ground. Then spread the bamboo poles evenly around this pole, pushing the bamboo into the soil to stabilize the teepee. Starting holes for the bamboo with a steel bar is helpful, especially in hard soil. Then cut short pieces of bamboo and tie them horizontally to the trellis. Number 14 wire works well for this. Then set out your climbing plants. Here we've transplanted Seminole pumpkins and Malabar spinach. A 5-gallon bucket with small holes drilled near the bottom can be set into the center of the trellis to make watering easier. Digging a hole 2 feet across and 2 feet deep, then filling it with organic mulch serves the same purpose. The mulch can offer a steady supply of moisture as well as some nutrients as it breaks down. It will also reduce competition from weeds. I hope this short presentation encourages you to raise your vegetable garden into the air up there. Thanks for watching.